News Channel 7. Time for 7 First Alert weather.
Well, we're talking about the flood warning, of course, out in central Idaho, and we're looking right now at the Sun Valley Summit camera, which is like 3/4 of the way up on Bogus Basin, looking down into Ketchum, and you can see the storm that's moving through right now. This was the same storm that was in the Fairfield area just a little while ago, but it has moved pretty much to the east at this point. But you can see this is the warning area. It's just south of Sun Valley. It's going to continue until about 6:45 that it's going to continue until. So that's for this evening, and we'll be watching that storm quite closely. I'll show you the latest radar on that coming up. Big news today, too, was the temperatures. Did you see how they just dropped? Here's the high today in Boise. That's what I have so far at 81. Many of these temperatures are in the lower 80s for this afternoon. The overcast, the breezy conditions kept a lot of those temperatures down. So we are 8 degrees, I guess we could probably say cooler than what we were yesterday. Most of those temperatures, as you know, were up around 90 degrees yesterday, and then the day before was much warmer than that. So the temperatures have really come down quite a bit. I talked about the winds. These are some of the gusts. As you can see, they're up to over 30 miles an hour in Ontario, above 20 miles an hour for Caldwell, Nampa, as well as Boise. We don't have a report from Mountain Home, but we still have some breezy conditions also out toward the Twin Falls area as well as up at Haley. Well, no wonder. Here's the storm in the Central Mountains right here. You can see Boise. Let's move in a little closer so we can see the Sun Valley area, as you notice right along through here. And of course, Fairfield, which is just down to the south. It has moved out of Fairfield, so it doesn't appear like we're going to be seeing any more rain there. The biggest part of it is moving out of the Sun Valley area as well, leaving it with some showers that will linger there for probably the next half hour or so and then start to decrease. A lot of this storm is moving to the northeast and will eventually head toward Montana as long as it continues with this strength. So for now, we're looking down here in the valley where we have basically dry conditions. Most of the storms are up in the Central Mountains moving to the northeast. Like yesterday, some pretty good storms that brought in some pretty good rain. But the high temperature tomorrow for Twin will be up to 84 degrees. See, most of the temperatures will be the low to the mid 80s. As we go into the Central Mountains, well, the temperatures have come down there with most of your highs into the mid 70s. You see Haley was 77 degrees. Over here for the Western Mountains, mid 70s for tomorrow. So if you're going to the mountains for this weekend, you're likely going to come into some rain showers, not quite like Sun Valley had for this evening, but it will be spotty and it will continue into Saturday. Now, here are some of the other temperatures that we're looking at, too. In fact, just a little while ago, let's move back over here to the forecast. Okay, let's move up to where we were. Well, no, we can't do that. Well, the computer has a mind of its own. It's close to the weekend, so do I. So as we're looking at this, we're going to be seeing these temperatures around the valley into the upper 80s, a little warmer for tomorrow, and the same thing for Sunday. But now late Saturday night into early Sunday, there is a chance of a few more showers that could come into the area. Monday and Tuesday will remain partly cloudy, but it's pretty much dry. As you look at that, still in the 80s, but after this, and as you know, it's the month of August, it's got to warm up again, doesn't it? Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, you see these temperatures into the lower 90s, finally the mid 90s as we get into Friday. And by the time we get into next weekend, we're somewhere around 95, 96 degrees. That's the weather forecast. Have a nice weekend. Nice to see it's cooled down just a bit.